Hello friendos and welcome to my channel. I am beedee, and in today's video I'm presenting a little look back on some of the luxury items that I have purchased over the years, because sometimes you do some things and then you're like, why did I do that? What was the purpose? Am I still happy with this item? Just a little bit of a breakdown, pros and cons, and also a regrets, if any, about some of the designer things that I have purchased. So disclaimer, I am not, living the luxury lifestyle every day. It's definitely something that I have treated myself to, saved up for, to be able to do so type of thing. But we aspire, okay? Because Black girls in luxury, we claim that, we aspire to it, we accept it, okay? But for today and for this series, I'll just be talking about some things that I have gotten, here and there. And hopefully this will be helpful if you are interested in any of these items, just to give you a little bit of background from someone who's just like, regular, everyday, normally with like a Target or Forever 21 bag, which I love, but occasionally wants to step it up a little bit, So if you want to see what I'll be talking about today, just keep on watching. So first, I'll be talking about my Louis Vuitton Pochette Metis handbag. So a little bit of background first on this bag. I have been seeing it everywhere, like in 2018, 2019, and it was just, I was infatuated, okay? And I don't often become infatuated with designer items because that's not my everyday, that's not really accessible to me on a regular basis, you know what I mean? So it's not something that I follow a lot. It's just if I see something that I like, then I'm like, cool, that's great, maybe one day. But this bag, I was like, I am on a mission, all right? I will not rest until I receive you and retrieve you, So I began to take a look around. First went to the Louis Vuitton website to get some information about this bag. I knew that it was a crossbody. I knew that it was very limited. Even I knew that from seeing it online. I only saw celebrities and like influencers in this bag for the most part. I see them occasionally in real life, but for the most part I was seeing them like on social media. But I just know that I needed to have this bag. And prior to this, I had a designer bag, but this was going to be my first foray into Louis Vuitton. So from what I knew, I just knew that it was a dope looking bag, and I was under the impression that Louis Vuitton bags were all leather. That was my mistake. When I got to doing research, I realized that this is a coated canvas situation. So there's leather trim and there are leather handles and things like that, but the bag itself is coated canvas. And I was a little taken aback because the price is so high, so I'm thinking like, if the price is that high, it's gotta be because we're having like real cow hide, you know what I mean? But that's not the case. And so I still don't really get that part of it, but I really love the look of Louis Vuitton's monogram. Like it just, you know it, you recognize it, super famous across the board, you know what I mean? So I knew that this bag would work with my wardrobe, especially because I'm more casual in my style. If you are familiar with my channel, you know that I wear a lot of sneakers and I'm in streetwear most of the time. So I knew that this particular bag, the Pochette Metis with the crossbody and just the style of it, would be practical for me and functional for me. So next up was to try to get the bag. Trying to get this bag turned out to be way harder than I anticipated. It was sold out constantly online and in stores at like your flagship Louis Vuitton stores, or like in Nordstrom, they have a Louis Vuitton store in there. Wait list, okay? It's better if you know someone because they can hook you up, put you at the front of the list or something like that. But I was new to it, I was kind of familiar, but I didn't have the connection. So my best bet was going to be to try to stalk the online stock, okay? I'm familiar with doing that from sneakers because that's literally the only way you can get them these days. But that's a tangent. If you've seen any of my Kicks couches, you already know the vibes. So we're not gonna bring that energy here, okay? BD? No. But yes, I'm familiar with, stock availability and limited edition things or just exclusivity things. I was familiar with that already. So I knew that I had to be on my P's and Q's. And of course, I caught them lacking. Okay, Louis Vuitton put the stock up for this bag at it was in the evening in October in 2019. I caught them lacking. I immediately into my information, checked out with PayPal because I don't have to go through all of the gizmos and gadgets, odds and ends, and even some old string, or strings, whatever, you get the vibes. But anyway, so I caught them on that night, was able to check out, get the bag. I had the bag shipped to their flagship location. Actually, no, I think it was inside of the Nordstrom, just so that I could go, don't have to worry about something getting misplaced in transit. I'm pretty sure you're gonna make sure that Louis Vuitton stores get their stock, get their items. So I was like, let me just not chance it, get it sent to the store. It's in my area, I can go easily pick it up, bada boom, bada bing. So I was able to do that. Prior to getting the bag, I did do some research on the bag itself, and I was seeing some things that had me concerned. Some of the things that I saw were terms that I was unfamiliar with at the time, which is glazing, which is a situation where something occurs with the trim around the bag. It kind of, I don't know how to properly explain it, but I'll put a definition on the screen. I was seeing issues about glazing. The shape for some people's bags was weird, the corners are not rounded properly enough or something like that. I was concerned about that. To make sure I wasn't completely going into this purchase blind, just so that, I could be aware, because you want to be aware if you're making a purchase like this. It is an investment. It's not just at least for me, this was an investment because this was a lump sum of money that I was spending on one item. And I'm the type of person that if I'm doing that, I literally beforehand, I think of a million other things I could do with the money. So if I do this, it's I'm really locked in, but I want to make sure I know what I'm doing. The bag, and it came in the little cloth drop bag, which was nice. I've kept it in this bag. Now I know that with this being coated canvas, another thing that I saw people mention was that the canvas can kind of dry out and crack. So I was like, oh God, why do people put themselves through all this? Just take me to H&M and give me a bag, and I don't have to worry about that. Spend $25 and that's it. But I guess it comes with the territory, whatever. The bag, my little Pochette baby. Inside you have the little strap, which is actually a nice size, and you can adjust it. I was looking at little things Louis Vuitton is on the side of the little bracket part here. That should be there. A lot of different things you have to consider when you're getting a bag. So I was looking at that. So I've had this bag now it'll be 3 years this year, and I haven't worn it a ton because I got it and then the pandemic hit, and I just was not really interested in wearing a lot of my stuff outside in the beginning because we didn't know what was going on and I didn't want any issues. But the one time that I did wear it out, I came home and I stupidly I wiped it with either an alcohol wipe or something like that, and I feel like I kind of messed up my hardware a little bit because there's some discoloration here. So that sucks. And of course it has little scratches now because it's prone to that. So now I'll talk about the pros for this bag. One of the main pros again is that it was a crossbody bag. And I love a good crossbody bag. I don't really have the shoulders for a handbag. If I'm being a shoulder bag, I really don't. If I'm being 1000% honest, the slope here just doesn't allow it. And especially if you're wearing a coat or something, that just takes more of the structure of the shoulder away from me. So that's never a comfortable situation, unfortunately for me. So crossbodies are pretty much what I always go to. So I love that this is a crossbody. I love the style of it. It's kind of like a mini briefcase situation. So I really love that with the nice little handle at the top. And it's just kind of cute and dainty too, because you could always just rock it like that. But if you want to get on your lazy vibe, just add the strap, which I'll add here. Do it like so, and it is nice and long. I have it on the longest length, but if I wanted to do the shoulder bag thing, I could adjust it and make it do what it does, but also I can take it here and just be cool, calm, and collected, hands-free. You know what I mean? I love that. I also like that there was a lot of room in the inside of this bag, okay? Like, storage for days. Mine is pretty clean because, like I said, I haven't really used it a whole lot. I think I have like my little thingy in here, and this little thing that says, look, see, coated fabric, cowhide, leather trim, and man-made lining. I was like, for what? For $2,000? Y'all tripping. But whatever, you know. It has the little Louis Vuitton tag in the inside, and there's like 3 compartments here. You come here, boom, like that, and then a flame bottle like that. So I do like that. And then there is a back pocket. This is typically where I keep my phone. I have a quarter in here. Okay. I like it because it's easily accessible but also secure. So you can just zip that up. Nice little gold toned hardware all around. Very nice. Mine was perfect in terms of like shape. The corners look good. The trim is looking good. Like I said, I did kind of flub the little hardware here with whatever I cleaned this bag with because I'm pretty sure it was just too harsh. But it's not terrible. Like, I'm pretty sure it's a fixable situation, but even if it's not, I really don't mind it. It looks really good because, like I said, I haven't really worn it that much. Those are the pros. Now let's get into the cons of this bag. So the first con is probably not specific to the bag or like any bags. It's more of a me problem, I guess I would say, because this is a designer bag and this is not something that I, like I mentioned, live every day. I felt like I had to be super careful with it, and I don't like that. Like, I just want to be chill, comfortable. If I had like 4 of these, then I'd probably like toss it across the room, like, you know, who cares? But like, I don't, and this was a hard-earned coin, so I was just very much like super delicate, super cautious when I was out, when I would wear it. And it's just, to me, I'm not into that. I just want to be relaxed because that's my style overall. It's just very relaxed, chill. So I did not love that. But again, that's not really about the bag. That's a me situation. A con about the actual bag is with any Louis Vuitton bag that has the light leather handles, the patina. Again, that was something that I was unfamiliar with prior to getting this bag, but I did a little research, and basically when air or water or anything like gets a hold of the bag, gradually over time, and also the oils and stuff in your hands, over time the handle will change and get darker. And I already have like some water spots, I feel like, on my handle. So a lot of the time you'll see women tie a tie or scarf around their handle, and it's really to protect it so that it doesn't patina too fast, or if they don't want it to patina at all, they just cover it like that. I'm not really a fan of the ties, so I'm just like, it's gonna happen, but for the most part I try not to touch this, okay? I try not to touch it. I'm just very much here with it, with this handle, because it's already brown. Nothing crazy is gonna really happen to it in terms of like discoloration. So these other little accents that have this leather trim as well, I anticipate will get darker over time. Now, it doesn't look bad when it gets discolored. I'll put some photos of like other bags that I've seen that have already patinaed. But for me, I really love the light look of that. Like, it just, you know, but I already peep game and it's already changing. So I'm just like, whatever. That's a con for me. Another con is that the hardware scratches super easily, or maybe I'm just too rough, which is probably the case, but I have scratches on my S-Lock, and like I mentioned, the discoloration there from whatever I did, which sucks. So I don't love that because, again, I don't feel like I've had this bag long enough to really have gotten to the situation with so much scratching, but it is what it is. I probably should have just left the plastic that came as like a little covering. Probably should have just left that on, but you know, I didn't want to really do that. So that's a con for me. So far, those are the only cons for me. I feel like this bag could be dressed up or dressed down, so I do like that. But now we'll talk about regrets. So do I regret purchasing the Pochette Metis from Louis Vuitton? The answer is going to be no. I do not regret it. I definitely anticipate that going forward, I will be breaking this bag out a whole lot more and just not worrying so much about like, you know, the delicacy of it. Of course, I want to take good care of my things because I worked hard for them and I just want to make sure that they look good for as long as they possibly can. But I'm just going to realize that at the end of the day, it is just a handbag. It's not the end of the world if it has some bumps and bruises and things like that. I still love it. And I think it'll actually be fine. It looks like it's pretty durable, so I don't think I'll have too many issues. I have not had any issues with like cracking or anything like that, even though I've had my bag stored. I do take it out from time to time just to see how it's looking. I feel like it'll look even better with more wear. It kind of will soften up a bit. Mine is still pretty like very, very structured because I think I've worn it under 10 times at this point in 3 years. So I think it'll look even better after I give it a little bit more love and it gets some more outside time. So we will see, but no regrets at all. I really do think this is a great practical bag, a great first bag actually too, because it is functional, it is practical. It's not like your Beedee or Neverfull or anything like that, which are classics. Love those too, but this to me is like for the new wave. I really do think this is like a great bag for anyone just getting into Louis Vuitton like myself, and I do love it. So I do recommend it. It's still something that is highly limited, very limited. And yeah, I got mine in the brown monogram, but they also have this bag in some other colors and styles as well. I also purchased a little wallet to go with it. It's actually like a little coin purse. I really like small wallets like this. I just got a little coin purse. This was like $2 something, which is crazy as well. Coated fabric, cowhide leather inner. Yeah, so this is leather in the inside, and I don't like brand spanking new. Don't wear it at all. Now in my next video for the next purchase, you will see that those items are really like well loved, but for this it's just very much given brand new out the box. So yes everyone, that is my experience, my little Luxe look back for the Pochette Metis bag. Let me know if you like this video, if you like this kind of video, just talking about a few little luxury things and giving you a little info, a little background. Let me know in the comments. Give this video a thumbs up if you did enjoy it, and be sure to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any other videos. And thank you so much for watching. God bless you, and I will see you all in my next one. Bye.